Hello. Oops, sorry. Let me just stabilize this. I will. I'll have it stable. It won't be shaky for the whole thing. All right. I'm just holding my selfie stick. There we go. And I got my earphones in because I'm outside. And because there could be a little windy or the noise of the road, which is pretty close, just by a little stream. There it is. It's in amongst all these little trees. You have to follow this little path. There it is. I'm kind of really hidden, so we should be alone here. And I wanted to talk about, I posted in Women Creating Healthy Lives today a post about kind of like how midlife, it's kind of sometimes for women especially, you get to this point, well, for guys too, right? You get to this point and you're like, who am I now, right? Because all our lives we have been, you know, like I kind of said, you listen to your parents, you're the children, then you're the student in school, right? And then you're maybe the employee, then you're the girlfriend, then you are the wife, then you are the mother, right? So we kind of have all these identities or all these personas growing up. And no one really teaches us, you know, when we're really young, at least our generation, talking about the people in midlife over 45 usually. When we were young, we often didn't learn, be who you are. Like now kids are being raised so much different, which is fantastic, right? Really, they're being more like, be who you are, be proud of who you are, show who you are, don't be ashamed of it. Back when we were growing up, for most of us anyways, right, it was really about fitting in. It was really about, there was very strict norms of society. There was very strict kind of like the way people need to be or should be, kids seen and not heard, and you guys go play together, leave the adults alone, things like that. So all these kind of different, the ways we were raised. You know, when I was raised in the 60s, like early 60s, and then 70s, we weren't even allowed to wear pants to school. Like I had in elementary school, we had to wear skirts and leotards in the winter and jackets, right? And then our snow pants. So I was raised, and I wore white gloves with a little dress when I was a little girl, and a little purse and a bonnet and all these things, right? So, you know, we were raised in a different way. And then we were always kind of taught, this is the way a girl should act. This is the way you should be when you're a girlfriend. This is the way you should be when you're a wife. And then when you're a wife, when you're going to have kids, and then you're a mother. And then this is the way a mother should be. You know, this is the way so we develop all these layers on top of ourselves. When we are born, we are perfect. We have no flaws. And as a soul, right? When we are born, we are the perfect soul. We are completely worthy. We don't have any prejudices. We don't have any lack of self-belief. We're this pure soul that's born into this earth, and we love ourselves unconditionally. We love our parents. We love everything around us, and they give us love. But of course, everybody's situation then is different as the child or the baby, as a baby ages. But the thing is that I really want you to know and remember is that you are that pure being, that pure soul that was born. That's who you are. That's who you always will be. So we are our soul living in a human body, living in a physical body, right? So our soul, who we are true at the core being, is us, is this perfect little being. We are the same soul that was born perfect. So we are still perfect. We are still 100% worthy. But as we are raised, we wear all these capes, or you can call them I call them layers too, and all these masks. We develop these personalities. And then when our kids grow up and leave the home, or they're totally doing their own thing, and now you're like, oh my God, like I've worked my life around other people, around doing what they want, around serving them, and you know, because you do that as a mother, and even with your husband, right? And then you're like, what do I do now? Who am I now? Wow, I don't even know what I want, right? What do I want in life? What do I want now? And so a lot of women feel kind of lost after, because they're like, well, I don't know what to do now. My kids have left, and they get so distraught and so upset and kind of like empty nest syndrome and bored. It's because every day their focus was on their kids. Their focus was on what's going on in your life. You know, it's in a way, I hate to say it, it's a codependent relationship in a way. So then when that leaves, you're not sure how to be you, who you even are anymore. And you're not sure how to function in a household, in a world, whatever, where it's just you. So now you have this time for you. And what a lot of, I think, of people do is they get busy. So they're like, I'm going to fill my time. I'm going to do all these things for others. I'm going to say yes to everything. I'm not going to really think about what's coming up for me. I'll push it down a little more because it's uncomfortable. I don't know if I want to deal with my shit, right? Because your stuff starts to come up. So maybe some things that happened in childhood, or maybe some false beliefs or limiting beliefs, or I should have brought water. Like, you may think I'm too old to start a career. I'm too old to start doing what I love. I'm too old to even think about what is my life purpose. It's too late for me. I can't start. I don't know enough. I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to work. I'd like to retire. I don't like my job. It's not fulfilling. And so you go to work and you're working 5 days a week, and you're trying to take care of the home, and you're trying to do all these things, and you're just unhappy and unfulfilled. Now, not everybody, right? But this is the way some people can be. And that's the crazy thing about midlife. So when people used to say it's a midlife crisis, when people would completely change their life in midlife, God, my hair looks like a freaking, I don't know, it doesn't look good. Then we saw that as bad, right? Oh, he or she's having a midlife crisis. No, not really. We're just trying to uncover who we are at the core, right? A lot of women and a lot of men change their lives a lot at midlife. Some people don't change it at all. And I know when I post in my group, some people think, well, I can't move. I can't live somewhere else. I can't change careers. And that's not really what it's about. It really is about, well, what's good for you? Some people are completely happy with their life. They have created the life they absolutely love at midlife, and they're fully content. Good on you. You did that. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. Love it. Love it. Right? But if you haven't, if you're looking around at your life now and going, I should be happy. I have a wonderful husband. I have a beautiful home. I have great kids. Why don't I feel happy inside? That is just something that's coming up for you now. So when your kids go away and it's like, so that leaves space within you now that can be filled or not filled. So then things start to come up within you and go, hey, I've been here for years, but you just haven't wanted to look at me. Maybe you can take time to be with me now. And that could be creativity. That could be a painter. That could be pottery. That could be maybe starting to run marathons. That could be starting a new career. That could be starting your new business, right? So there's all these things that could come up, and I want you to celebrate them. I want you to say everything is possible and anything is possible. You can be fully and completely happy where you are in your life right now, and I applaud you, and I say fantastic, because you created that. It's not just luck. It's not just whatever. It's you created that for yourself. Everybody needs to really work on creating a life that brings them complete joy and happiness. You don't have to move. You don't have to leave your spouse. You don't have to leave your job if you don't want to, right? Don't have to do what you truly don't want to do. But know that if you're saying, okay, well, I'm stuck. I need to have this job for retirement and all this. What can I do? I feel so helpless. It's about looking at what can you do now from where you are now, and loving where you are and looking at it differently. This is temporary. I can choose something. I can choose to work on something. I can choose to make changes. I can choose to make these changes. Right now, maybe I can't quit my job, but what about these other changes? Maybe I can start a hobby. Maybe I can take a class. Maybe I can start running marathons, whatever. You have so many choices in your life. So that's what I wanted to say is like, listen to those voices that are coming up. Is there something that's calling you now? Is there something that your soul kind of is telling you, hey, I've been here all along. You've just pushed me down because you never had time. So when you are feeling a void, when you are feeling empty inside, because there's something within that wants to come up, what sometimes women do is eat, right, to fill the void, emotional eating. Like, I feel empty, so I'm going to fill it up, fill that hole with food. Or any type of addiction, which you shouldn't, right? What else was I going to say? Or feeling just lonely and feeling helpless and feeling hopeless and going into victim mode because you feel or you think it's too late. There's nothing I can do about it. So I want you to just be aware there's always something you can do. Notice if you are feeling lonely, if you are feeling a void, what is down within you that wants to come up? What needs to be heard? What wants to be seen? What things have you not done that you've wanted to do? What things do you want to do now? But maybe you think, oh, that's kind of crazy. I could never do that. But you can. If you have a desire, it's meant for you. If you have something you've always wanted to do, it's meant for you. You are meant to do it, right? You are. This is a time of change, and it can be. It can be a time of excitement. You can look forward. I'm so looking forward to the rest of my life. That's why I choose health, right? So if you're not choosing health, if you are caught in old patterns, behaviors, thinking, bad habits with eating, then you're probably feeling stuck or helpless in some way, or you're feeling not worthy, or you're not liking yourself right now, or you're trying to fill some sort of a void that you feel within you. And that is quite natural. So midlife, I feel, is a time, it can be a time for people to make big changes in their life. We're not meant to stay the same all the time, right? If you feel something needs to come up and you're feeling like, I think I need to change something, you have those feelings for a reason. It doesn't mean you're selfish. It doesn't mean you're not happy with what you have now. It just means, wow, maybe something needs to shift and change, because this is a new time in your life. We've gone through adolescence. You've gone through the 20s, the 30s, the raising your kids, whatever, all of that. Now it's your time. It's your time. So start to listen and connect to yourself. Know that you are still that soul being, that perfect soul that was born. You have not changed. And if you're going looking for yourself, like you've lost yourself, you're not lost. You just need to uncover all the layers that you have worn and put on yourself for other people and for expectations and for feeling to fit in. All those things, you just need to start shedding the layers, because you are there. You're underneath it all. The person you were born, that is who you are. Your soul being is who you are. But of course, our personality and things that we want and things that our free will and all that takes over. But I want you to try to strip a whole bunch of expectations and look at, am I this way, or do I have these things or thoughts or beliefs because they're other people's? They're not really even mine, right? All right, this is deep, eh? We went deep today with talking about it. It's just a message that I'm so passionate about, and I wanted to share. And for those who are looking for improving their eating, women over 40, I'm doing a 21-day program starting on April 30th. You can still get in. Today I still got it for $87. DianaMarchand.com/21-day-program, or message me on Facebook, of course. All right. Post below if you can relate. If you are someone who's in midlife and you're like, oh my God, I so need to make a change. Or you're completely happy with your life. That is fantastic. Let us know that too. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.